that's dope, you know. So, it was good sparring. It was very, very good experience for me.
Him, the way we focused on the bigger guys training for this. How's that felt?
You said
sparring the bigger guys.
The highly anticipated fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez brings together two of boxing's biggest stars. However, recent developments have shifted the spotlight, as Crawford is now being linked to a potential showdown with Gennady Golovkin. Crawford, boasting an undefeated record of 41 wins, understands the risks of facing Canelo and appears to be taking every precaution. To prepare for the challenge, he has sought insights from Canelo's former opponents. Just weeks ago, Crawford was spotted in the gym with none other than Floyd Mayweather, fueling speculation about his strategy for the fight.
Can you fill in the blank? Triple G is blank.
Now, Crawford has turned to Gennady Triple G Golovkin for guidance, despite Golovkin suffering 2 defeats against Canelo in their trilogy. To this day, controversy surrounds their first fight, with many believing Golovkin was robbed of a victory. He outlanded Canelo in 10 of the 12 rounds, yet the judges scored it a draw, sparking widespread debate. That disputed result set the stage for a full trilogy, where Canelo ultimately proved himself by securing wins in the next 2 encounters.
I mean, you don't have to give details. I know you guys are competitive, but what was that sparring like? Fight fans want to know. It was dope. It was dope. It was dope. I appreciate it.
Crawford is eager to understand how Gennady Golovkin managed to trouble and dominate Canelo Alvarez, leading to their controversial draw. His connection with Golovkin began when rumors swirled last year about a potential fight between them. Now, as Crawford looks for insight, the first lesson he's learned from Triple G is just how powerful Canelo Alvarez's punches truly are.
For even, giving me the opportunity to step in the ring with him, I can say that.
Arguably, the most significant punch Canelo landed on Golovkin across their trilogy came in their first fight, a massive right hand in the 9th round that caught Triple G clean. Golovkin later revealed to DAZN just how that punch felt, and his response might be of great interest to Crawford. That I remember that punch. I let it get through. I don't know what to call it. It wasn't hard. It felt more like a slap. Maybe a slap or a sliding punch. Well, it didn't do too much, with Golovkin downplaying Canelo's power. Crawford may find even more confidence as he prepares for their potential showdown.
So Jake Paul's in town. You guys gonna get dinner?
I didn't think so.
Maybe next time.
Canelo, can you fill in the blank for me? Triple G is blank.
Beyond their conversations, Terence Crawford also had a brief sparring session with Golovkin. Just as he did with Floyd Mayweather a few weeks ago, when rumors of a Crawford versus Triple G fight began circulating, many found the matchup questionable. Some fights in boxing simply aren't realistic, no matter how much fans might want them to happen. This was the case when speculation arose that His Excellency Turki Alashik was exploring a potential mega fight between former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford and former super middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin.
Конечно, да, потому что я скажу так, во мне вот эта вот страсть к боксу еще пока не остыла. В данный момент у меня 3 пояса в 160, мне надо решать свои вопросы.
Triple G, now 42, never officially announced his retirement. But after suffering his second career defeat to Canelo Alvarez in 2022, he never returned to the ring. Instead, he took on a new role as the head of Kazakhstan's Olympic Committee, further fueling speculation that his boxing career was effectively over. Despite this, rumors began swirling that Turki Alashik was looking to arrange a Crawford versus Golovkin fight in 2025. As the speculation spread across social media, Fight Hub TV picked up the story, asking fans for their thoughts. The buzz seemingly caught the attention of the Saudi advisor himself, who quickly jumped into the comment section on X to shut it down, simply writing, "Not truth." This response confirmed that the rumored mega fight was nothing more than a hoax, with no real plans in place.
Ну, я думаю, даже скажу, может быть, немножко громко, я неплохо себя чувствовал, и если вы видели, как я...
Even after Alashik shut down the Crawford versus Triple G rumors, fans couldn't help but discuss the hypothetical matchup. Despite being in what appears to be retirement, Golovkin still enjoys a loyal fan base. many of whom were quick to defend him. One fan speculated that Triple G's power remains intact despite his age, writing, "At 160, Triple G might be slow, but I'm sure he's still powerful." However, others questioned whether Golovkin was in fighting shape, with one remarking, "Have people seen Triple G lately? The man looks retired, like he hasn't sparred or run 6 miles in 2 years." Interestingly, while Golovkin doesn't seem poised for a comeback, he has hinted at a possible return in several interviews, keeping the door open for future speculation.
В принципе, даже не пропускал и не устал. То есть я показал, что есть силы, чему я очень...
Another user shared their prediction for the hypothetical fight, confidently stating, "Crawford will not step in the ring for this fight. Triple G will stop Crawford within 7 rounds by stoppage." However, Crawford's track record suggests he's far from an easy opponent. He has gone the distance only once in his last 12 fights, echoing the previous sentiment. Another fan weighed in, writing, "Prime Triple G versus Bud? Triple G wins with ease." And there's some merit to that argument. During his prime, Golovkin was one of the most feared knockout artists in boxing, boasting an impressive record of 42 wins with 37 knockouts.
Где бы я бы ни находился, я, конечно, буду думать о том, как...
On top of that, Crawford's move up in weight wouldn't have done him any favors in a fight against Golovkin. One fan seemed baffled by the idea of the matchup, commenting, "Shake my head. Terence may need to retire. He has no one else to fight." They're just pulling names out of a hat at this point. However, that's not entirely true. Jaron Boots, Ennis has been calling for a fight with Crawford, yet Bud has shown little interest in making it happen. Meanwhile, another user was more open to the idea, writing, "Old Triple G versus Crawford would be amazing. Both fighters are elite, possessing high-level skills and experience, making for an intriguing clash. Still, some fights in boxing just aren't realistic, no matter how exciting they may seem."
Los huevos.
This situation is a perfect example of how rumors can take on a life of their own. Speculation suggested that His Excellency Turki Alshik was exploring a mega fight between former undisputed welterweight champion Terence Crawford and former super middleweight champion Gennady Golovkin. While that fight never materialized, Crawford ultimately secured the matchup he wanted. Against Canelo Alvarez, this showdown marks another massive moment in both fighters' storied careers. Crawford has already faced top-tier opponents such as Errol Spence Jr., Sean Porter, and Amir Khan. Meanwhile, Canelo has built an impressive resume with fights against legends like Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto, Shane Mosley, and Sergey Kovalev. Of course, some of Canelo's biggest battles were against his longtime rival, Golovkin. Their trilogy spanned 5 years, beginning with their first fight in September 2017, which ended in a controversial majority draw, a result many felt should have gone Golovkin's way.
We don't know. We know he's capable of a lot of things, but, we're not going to overlook anything, and that's why we prepare the way we prepare and focus on.
A rematch took place 12 months later, with Canelo securing a narrow points victory. The third meeting in 2022 was arguably the most decisive of the trilogy, as Alvarez once again won on points. This time more comfortably. Recently, Canelo signed a 4-fight deal with Riyadh Season, with the first bout set for May 3rd, when he faces IBF super middleweight champion William Skull in a bid to reclaim his status as the undisputed super middleweight champion. One man who has first-hand experience preparing a fighter to take on the Mexican star is Abel Sanchez, who coached Gennady Golovkin in 2 of his clashes against Canelo in 2017 and 2018. Speaking to KO Artist Sports, Sanchez gave Terence "Bud" Crawford little to no chance against Canelo, citing Crawford's significant weight disadvantage as a major factor.
I always spar bigger guys. Yeah. I never spar nobody my size, so that's nothing.
Okay, guys, thank you.
So super middleweight wouldn't be a problem, right? No. Thank you, Terence. Appreciate it.
It's a ridiculous fight because, as I said before, Crawford is a great fighter, but he's been the same fighter from 135 to 147. He hasn't made any adjustments to be effective at the higher weights. Meanwhile, Canelo has. Crawford hasn't been destroying his opponents. He only dominated one fighter who was a shell of his former self. But Canelo? He's been dismantling everyone he faces. Yes, it's a big money fight, but it's not a real fight. Additionally, former two-weight world champion Andre Ward has shared his thoughts on the potential super fight between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
I can bet the house on, but because
Bud has been targeting Canelo ever since delivering a career-defining performance last year against welterweight rival Errol Spence Jr. Although the Mexican star initially dismissed the idea, he recently admitted he'd be open to defending his super middleweight titles against the naturally smaller Crawford. If the money was right, speaking on the All the Smoke podcast, former two-weight world champion Andre Ward, who retired with a flawless 32-0 record, shared the two matchups he wants to see most. In boxing, I want to see Canelo fight Terence Crawford or David Benavidez. You have two options. You could take on someone in your weight class, or you could try to pick on the smaller guy in Crawford.
We so much alike in our mentality. Like soon as I see this dude, he come in the room or I come in the room, we start arguing about basketball.
In a potential Canelo versus Crawford showdown, Andre Ward is backing the fighter who last competed 3 weight classes below. That I'm not betting against Terence right now, against anybody. Not doing it. Ward said, discussing the most skilled fighters in the sport today, Ward emphasized that Crawford is someone you can rely on in any fight, somebody I can bet the house on. That's Bud. Me and him are so much alike in our mentality. Yes, he's skillful, but his heart and mind set him apart. There aren't many guys like that out there today. A lot of fighters talk a big game, but until they step into a real 50-50 fight, not one they're expected to win, then we don't truly know what they're made of.
Wrestling, anything, bro. Like, man, you can't, man, you looking small. What you mean I'm looking small? You looking small. Like, it's just that, like, you gotta really hurt that dude.
He's different. He's a dog. That's the kind of thing that gets me out of my seat. It means that when the moment comes, he can rise to the occasion and be that guy, Shakur Stevenson, who famously refers to Terence Crawford as his big brother, also believes Crawford would defeat Canelo Alvarez despite giving up a 14-pound weight disadvantage to the Mexican superstar, unlike Jermall Charlo. Canelo has made it clear he has no interest in fighting Crawford due to the size difference. However, Stevenson disagrees, insisting that skill, not size, determines the outcome of a fight. The former two-weight world champion believes Crawford's southpaw stance, exceptional movement, and rock-solid fundamentals would give Canelo serious problems in the ring.
Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills win. Yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo, that high guard, to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would be Canelo.
Speaking to IFL TV about Crawford's next move, Shakur Stevenson expressed his confidence in the reigning pound-for-pound king, Terence Crawford, is running things right now. As for who he should face next, I'd love to see him fight Charlo. But since Charlo is already lined up against Canelo, I genuinely believe Crawford could beat Canelo instead. Being a southpaw with great movement and solid boxing skills, Crawford would make it difficult for Canelo to walk him down and load up on those powerful hooks. I wish Charlo wasn't fighting Canelo, but it is what it is that I think Bud could beat Canelo. I'd love to see it because, to me, size doesn't win fights, skills do.
Who knows?
That smile's telling me something else, bro. I think it might be on the line, no?
I'm just saying, man. We can't say it's not gonna happen. We can't say that it.
Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is one of the biggest fights that could be made in boxing today. With Saudi Arabia's growing influence in the sport, the matchup seems more possible than ever. Trainer Robert Garcia weighed in on the potential showdown, stating that Canelo would have the advantage over Crawford. He also addressed Crawford's current situation, emphasizing that if the Omaha native doesn't secure a fight with Canelo soon, retirement could be the most likely option.
Because the way Crawford is doing it is because he knows it's the biggest payday in his life, and he'll never, maybe what he could get against Canelo, he's never made in all his fights combined.
Crawford is a smart man. He's already accomplished everything he set out to do, Robert Garcia said in an interview with Fight Hype. He's done a lot in his career and doesn't need to challenge himself further or prove anything to anyone. I've spoken to him personally, and my sense is that he wants that big fight against Canelo. If he doesn't get it, he might never fight again. Other potential opponents for Crawford include Jermall Charlo, Virgil Ortiz Jr., Sergey Bohachuk, and Xander Zayas.
Of course. course. Why would he call up Benavides when he's calling out Canelo knowing that he's going to make double the money?
Because he wants to fight at 68, that's why.
So that's why.
However, Robert Garcia believes Crawford no longer needs to chase another fight. With an outstanding career and an unbeaten record, Garcia insists Crawford has nothing left to prove that he's already achieved everything. I don't see him fighting just to satisfy fans who say he needs to fight this guy or that guy. Garcia explained. Garcia also noted that if money were the motivation, Crawford wouldn't need to step into the ring again. Having managed his wealth wisely and made smart investments, he's financially secure. The only reason for a comeback, Garcia believes, would be to face Canelo and end his career on a high note, that he's going to go out there and chase that big fight, but otherwise he'll enjoy his life. He's a very smart man. He's invested well and doesn't need to fight again. But he still wants that Canelo fight, and if he gets it, he'll take it. If not, he may never fight again, Garcia added.
Why? You know why. Must make the biggest fucking payday.
Does he have a chance in the fight?
Everybody has a chance, but I think he'll put up some good rounds. I think he loses to Canelo, but he'll put up good rounds. Better than Charlo did.
If the fight against the Guadalajara boxer happens, Robert Garcia believes Crawford can hold his own for several rounds. Perhaps not enough to win, but enough to earn Canelo's respect and that of the fans. Look, I think Crawford could put up a strong fight. The first 6 to 8 rounds would be very competitive. Crawford has the skills, he's very strong, and he has great speed and solid power to earn Canelo's respect while showing his own, Garcia explained. But in the end, I think Canelo is just too big and too strong. Still, for those first 6 rounds, I believe it would be a very entertaining fight, he concluded.
Crawford, Canelo.
He'll probably get stopped or get knocked out, but he'll put up some good rounds. Yeah, but he'll put up.
Plans for a potential showdown between Saul, Canelo Alvarez, and Terence Crawford remain nothing more than speculation, as a major obstacle stands in the way. One even bigger than negotiating a multi-million-dollar purse. Even if Turki Alshik were to offer him the biggest payday of his career, Canelo may not be willing to budge. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia has made his stance on the fight crystal clear. In a recent interview, Garcia, never one to shy away from controversy, dismissed Crawford as an overhyped bum and insisted that Alvarez would emerge victorious if the two ever met in the ring. Speaking to CCTV, Garcia didn't hold back, accusing Crawford of being a boring fighter who doesn't deserve the attention he gets. He went as far as to claim that Crawford is simply stealing boxing's money.
Other than Errol Spence Jr. that went through a car crash. Name one guy that he beat other than Errol Spence. That's well known. Sean Porter that was washed. Who has he beat? He hasn't beat nobody, bro. He's not going to beat nobody, bro.
The young fighter, currently serving a doping ban, went as far as to challenge Crawford directly, saying, asterisk, come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking expletive. Garcia's remarks were especially bold given his ongoing suspension and the controversy surrounding his failed drug test earlier this year. Unsurprisingly, he remained unwavering in his stance, even calling out one of boxing's biggest superstars to fight him if they disagreed.
Bro, Terence Crawford is not no, he ain't like that, bro. Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum, bro. I'm sorry. Somebody got to say it. You're an overhyped bum, bro. I'm looking at the camera right now. You suck, bro.
Terence Crawford is not like that, Garcia told CCTV. Asterisk, Terence Crawford is an overhyped bum. I'm sorry, but someone has to say it. You're an overhyped bum. I'm looking at the camera right now. You freaking suck, bro. Stop acting like you're that guy. Stop stealing boxing's money and wasting everybody's time. You're not entertaining. You're boring as hell. If you think I'm talking nonsense, come see me in the ring. I can do it anytime. Bro, despite his harsh criticism, Garcia remains confident that a fight with Crawford could still happen at some point. Asterisk, I could definitely see Crawford. What do you mean? Asterisk, Garcia said.
Like that. Stop stealing boxing money. You're wasting everybody's money. You're not entertaining, bro. You're boring as... Come see me in the ring if you think I'm talking shit. I can do it anytime, bro. You can see Crawford? I can definitely see Crawford, bro. What do you mean? Bro, I've seen many fighters like him, too. He's not that good, bro. He gets hit a lot, bro. He gets wobbled, hit. Bro, he's not untouchable, bro. You act like he's Mayweather.
I was one of the best fighters in the amateurs, bro. So was he? I've seen plenty of fighters like him, Garcia said. Asterisk, I don't care if he takes away my left hook. I'll find a way to get him. He's not that good. He gets hit a lot. He gets wobbled. He's not untouchable. If a fight between Garcia and Crawford were to materialize, it would almost certainly take place at a catchweight. Garcia has never fought at the 147-pound welterweight limit or above, while Crawford last competed at super lightweight, 140 pounds, back in August 2017. Currently serving a suspension after testing positive for a banned substance following his fight with Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia continues to make headlines in the boxing world, often by criticizing his peers and downplaying their accomplishments.
I don't think that he's not a great fighter, but I don't think he's as good as people say. He's not like a Sugar Ray Leonard, not Tommy Hearn. You can't do that because he's not like that, bro. He hasn't fought nobody that has firepower like him.
We went him or Boots.
I like Boots, in my opinion. I like Boots. I don't think Crawford could keep up with somebody that talented and young and fast. I haven't even seen him fight somebody talented.
I'd love to fight Bud. I don't think he's as good as people say. If Bud is listening, I'd like to fight you. I'd give you a beating, Garcia stated, referring to the undefeated Terence Crawford, the reigning WBC and WBO welterweight champion. And that's all for now. For the latest updates on boxing news, events, and action, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on quality content like this. Until next time, peace out